sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Titans and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Monday night.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And Henry fighting for the marker. I don't think he got there. He did not. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Jackson now. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They go play action with Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferguson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it?
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, They've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff, running left, Henry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Let's go.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Running left, it's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. This is something that we saw quite a bit at Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood. These two teams all tied after 1. Throwing is Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Got this complete to Racey McMath. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that
run. On second down, here's Henry. Fights loose. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. That's taken in by Firkser. And it's a Titans touchdown. Anthony Firkser, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, Jackson. quick slant to Brown. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now it's Jackson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sip through.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep with the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Jackson will throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Brian to Jones there. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Keep playing.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson now. Steps away to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Switch.
To throw is Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Back. Under 10, 10. Say.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
No. Switch. Mike, 55.
They go play action with Jackson. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, and
he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Tannehill. He's got the tight end Furtzer right side complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And the busy night for Henry continues. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now Tannehill. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's got a man. It's Berkshire, the tight end. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Here's Smith to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First down to the 42-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
It's second and inches at the Titans' 12-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught by Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. It's caught on the right side, Brown. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tannehill to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Throwing, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert it, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Baltimore, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16.